Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana here, and I am going to be stamping a card for you this morning. But first of all, I want to say hello to everyone who's joined me this morning. I had a fabulous weekend. I hope you all did too. We had really great weather. Let me know how your weekend was. Our cousin, or my cousin, was here visiting from Germany. He was on a business trip, and we took him up to New Hampshire, and we did some little hikes, and we just got to see some of the views of the White Mountains, and it was really nice. My husband hadn't been to that part of the White Mountains yet either, so it was kind of fun for us too because we've never been there. And I have to say, my cousin spoke English so amazingly well. My husband does not speak German, so he was just amazing. And I asked him, like, how do you speak it so well? And he said that he and his wife, they've lived in other places besides Germany, but they listen. English is usually the common language that is spoken in business, but he listens to audiobooks in English in their original language rather than the translated version. And they also watch, if they're watching a movie that was made in English, they don't watch the dubbed version, they watch the English version because they like it better. And I thought, wow, that's like just such a great way to really immerse yourself in the language. So if I ever get back to Germany to visit my relatives, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to audiobooks, and preferably audiobooks that were originally written in German, so that I also get like the full feel of a German book rather than just an English book that's been translated. But I thought that was just amazing how good his English was. It was a really great time. We talked and talked and talked. It was absolutely amazing. All right, I've got a few of you on here, so let's jump into Casing Tuesday, and I'll talk to you all after I'm done my little video here. So Casing Tuesday is a day when we take a card out of a catalog, one of the printed catalogs, and we give it a makeover. And we have a Facebook group for that. So if you want to, you can play along with me and with some of the other members that case every single week. We have a core group of people that do it with us every week. And but there's a Facebook group, and we open it up to everyone. You can just be a viewer. You can see what we're doing. You can comment, or you can post your own card. So it's really it's open to everyone. If you want to know how to get on there, just look down in the description. There's a link for you. In fact, as I talk about different things today, usually there is a link for something below. If there's a supply I'm talking about, there's probably a link below. But you're welcome to ask about it, but just know that I try and put a lot of things that you might need in the description of the video. That's just my nature. I was a librarian in a past life, and I love information. So I also like to give people information so that they don't have to go searching for it. Okay, let's have a look at today's card. Let me move my head out of the way so you can see it. So here's today's card. Now, you might look at this and you might go, whoa, that's a lot of circles there, and how do I navigate that? So I just did circles. I do have that that die set that is shown in the card, but I wanted to do something different because I know a lot of you might not have that. I want to show you how to do it with just circles. If you are just starting out, you might not even have dies or shapes. Do it with squares, do it with rectangles, be creative. That's what this Casing Tuesday thing is about. It's not about being exact or precise. It's about playing around and having a starting point and then seeing what you come up with. So we do have a little sketch for you, And this will just give you an idea of the size of the circles. And I don't think I followed any of this. And in fact, I don't know, last night, I didn't even see that background layer, the white layer that's showing 3.5 by 5.5. I just totally ignored that layer. I don't know why, but I guess it just didn't even fit the size of my circles. So, and I didn't put all the circles in either. Yolanda does the sketches for us, and I think she got every single circle in that collection. So, you know, just play around with it. And there's nothing wrong with deleting some of the layers if they don't work for you. So just have fun with it and see where it takes you. So if you will be ordering this week, I just want to remind you, we are almost at the end of July. I can't believe it. We only have 2 more days. Wednesday is July 31st. So that's also when our bonus day coupons will be ending. So you can get a bonus day $5 off coupon for every $50 you spend, and those are redeemable in August. So that is the last chance for earning. And then I do have a host code for you to use. If you're spending at least $50, use this host code, and you will be getting the iridescent faceted gems from me in August. So that's going to be my little gift for ordering. Your orders have to be at least $50. Please use this host code. If your order is larger, over $150, then take off the host code or don't add it, and I will still send you the gift. So that is my little ordering thing. And don't forget, bonus days are ending in 2 days on the last day of July. Okay, let me just, I'm gonna zoom in here. I'm zooming in off camera here. Okay, I'm gonna switch my camera. Oh, let me show you my card while I'm here. This is my card today, and you can see I did not use all the circles, and I did not do that rectangular layer that goes down there. So, and that is perfectly fine. I just used a bunch of circles. Gosh, don't I like those in colors? I use them on so many cards. I love that paper. It's so easy to use in those colors. So we're going to make this card today, and we're going to make it in one of the other in colors because this one was made in Petunia Pop. So let's make it in Summer Splash and see which one we like better. All right, I have switched my cameras, and I've already kind of laid out my card. Let's pop this to the side. So let's talk about the ingredients of this card. I'm using the deckled circles, which is a little different than the original. Let me grab the original set that they used on the card in the catalog. Let me grab that. My goodness, where are you? I have no idea where this thing is. Oh, I know where it is. I think oh, here we go. Sorry, I have it on my desk because I was making a card with it. This was the original one that was in the original card. No wonder I couldn't find it on my shelf. And it has these dies. So absolutely, if you want to use Round We Go, this is the Round We Go stamp set with the Round We Go dies, that you can use that. But you can do this with a similar kind of layout with the deckled circles. And then I also wanted to bring in this dotted circles embossing folder. This one's been very popular. It has been out of stock, but it is back in stock now. So good time to get it. And then I'm using, this is a online exclusive stamp set, Happy Little Things, that I wanted to use on here. So we're going to use that for the love and the you. Okay, let's get started. And we're going to start with a card base. I'm using thick basic white here. And I just cut this 8.5 by 11 sheet in half at the 4 1/4 inch mark. So this measures 11 inches by 4 1/4. And then I scored it at the 5.5-inch mark, fold it, and then I use a bone folder to smooth it flat. And then what I did, I took these doubled circles. I actually took 3 different sizes. Let me grab, I took that size, and then for my summer splash card, I decided to also use one of the smaller ones. For this card, I used 4 circles that were the same size as the love here. Let me just measure these for you. So my love circle is about 2 1/8 of an inch. The U circle is about 2 3/8, and this final circle here is about 1 3/4 inches. So just kind of their nesting circles. And because I wanted to make things go faster today, I pre-cut circles, and I used the 2024 2026 in colors, and I've been using these so much. I have a lot of scraps, so this was the perfect card to make out of scraps. So the easiest thing to do is just to use all one color, go monochromatic, and that makes life really easy. So I just cut out a variety of circles. So just there's 4 patterns, so I chose 4 patterns and I did them in all different sizes. So then I'm just going to kind of start laying out how I want. Actually, I want this one here and this one here. I decided I wanted to do slightly different sizes to kind of give it a little bit more interest on my second card. We'll see if we like that layout better. And then I did the 2 different circles that I needed. I already ran them through my die cutting machine, and we'll have to run them through the embossing folder, but I wanted to save a little bit of time, so I pre-cut these circles and kind of got them laid out. So good idea to lay everything out first and then glue things down. So I did not clean my stamps off, so I'll do that. Love and you, and love and you. Okay, so put that out of the way. We'll grab Summer Splash, and the U is bigger than the love, so we'll grab a scrap piece of paper, and if you're doing an outline, it's better, if you have a 2-step stamp, it's better to do the outline first and then the inside afterwards, because the outline is going to give you a better line on where to line things up. So we'll take the U here and we'll stamp that right down here. Oh, I'm almost off camera. Let's move this up a bit. Stamp that right there, and then we'll take this one more time and ink it up, and we want it lighter, so stamp it off and then line it up, kind of line it up with the outline, and then it just kind of looks like that. It looks like you lightly colored the inside. So that's the look that I was going for. Then we're going to do the same thing with love. Going to ink up the love, and don't think I got quite enough ink on the bottom there, so just kind of see love, and then we'll come in with the filler, stamp it off, and then just kind of line it up. I'm going high, kind of getting an overhead visual. And if you don't get it bang on, that's okay, I think. And there's also a look where you have those things kind of askew, so don't worry if things aren't 100%. We'll just put this away for a moment, and we'll bring it back in the end because I want to add a little bit more to this. Let's pop these away. Okay, let's bring in our embossing folder. And you're going to need your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I already used this to cut the circles, but now we want to emboss them. I want to show you how I do that. So for the embossing, you're going to need your base platform number 1, and you're going to need this plate number 4. It's a dark gray plate. This is used with thick embossing folders, and it does come with your machine. Okay, so we'll grab right here, we'll grab the love, and see this circle in the center. I'm just going to line everything up, line this circle up. I just want it in between those dots. Try and get it as close, oh, here we go, sorry, I was off camera. Try and get it in around those circles. Just slide your finger out, keep it kind of pinned down with your thumb here. And we'll put this down here. Grab our plate and run it through. Now, if you ever notice that when you're running something through, it doesn't feel like it's going through properly, double check your sandwich, because it could be wrong. Don't ever force a plate through. And that's what it looks like. It's got little fun little dots on it. And we're going to do the same with the U. Come here. Now this one's a little bit bigger, so the placement is going to have the little dots on it this time here. And then we'll just put that down. Embossing folders are really fun. I don't use them enough. I used to use them a lot, and now sometimes I forget. I forget that there's a matching embossing folder for something, because they're not always, I don't store things always in the same spot. And this embossing folder, this size is new this year. This is like, look at this. It is like the size of my gray plate. This is one of the biggest, this is the biggest embossing folder we could possibly have for this machine, because it is the size of a plate. It is ginormous. All right. Let's move this out of the way. All right. Let's move this back in. So I've kind of got a pattern here. You can just arrange that how you want. The U, I think, should be a little bit below the love, right, to make sense. So I'll keep scooting in, and you just play with it, oops, until you like the arrangement, right? Okay, we definitely want the love and the U to be in the right spot. And then these other circles have to kind of just play their part. Okay, so however you get that, you know, just play with it until you're happy with it. And then you need to pin down the circles that are on the bottom first. So the way I like to do that is I kind of hold everything in place, and I do one circle at a time, pull this one out, and I'm just going to put glue on here, pin it back down, oops, and then slide it underneath to where I had it before. Can move it a little bit if you need to. Okay, good. Then we can do this one. We do the love and the U last, and get that to where you like it. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then this one's on the bottom here, so let's pull that one out. Because sometimes you get like all positioned, and then you like, okay, I like that, and then it's like a disaster trying to get it back to how you want it. Okay, and then we'll come in with this one, and we'll just scoot this under. Let's see. I'm trying not to like push them all the way down until I'm like happy with the placement. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we can put the love and the U in place. I probably should not have scooted that love out of the way. So let's just kind of say, okay, this is going to be here and that is going to be there. Okay. Look at that. I got like ink all on that side, but it's on the back side. I don't know how I did that. Must have brushed it against the ink pad somehow. Okay. Scoot it down. Stick, stick, stick. Okay. So there is the basic layout of the card. And now you can have fun if you want. You can add a little bit of these guys. They're little tiny. So I'm just gonna stamp, just stamped off once, and we'll do stamp off. We'll do some of those down here too. Stamp off, maybe give it a little turn. Okay, good. And then we'll come in and we'll tie a bow. We'll tie a little bow. Let's grab some ribbon. This is the Summer Splash ribbon. Okay. And I think I'm just trying to decide. I don't know why I tie from this side. And this Stampin' Up, this ribbon holder is not, sorry, this ribbon holder is not from Stampin' Up. I have the link below. This bow tire is also not Stampin' Up, and I didn't put the link below for that, but I can add that afterwards. It is very handy if you have to tie a lot of bows to have something like this so your bows are all uniform. Absolutely can hand tie a bow, but this is just awesome for tying a quick bow. So this one I'm going to put down here in the center. The way I'm going to attach it is with, I think I'm going to have that be the back side of the bow with tear and tape. I put a little tear and tape on the back of each loop. Yes, you can use mini glue dots if you wish, but I have found that having a little bit more surface area is better for bigger bows like this. And I just do them on the back of the loops, press it down, and then remove the backing. It's not a good idea to use glue with ribbon generally, unless it's hot glue. It's not going to stick. Okay. And then my gift of the month are these awesome little gems, iridescent faceted gems. This sheet right here is actually half the sheet. It's not a full sheet, but you'll be getting a full package if you spend the $50. And I'm just gonna add a couple down here and another one up here. And that is all there is to the card. It is not a hard card. So a couple of ideas for you. I know sometimes cards like this stump people because, you know, we've got these circular shapes and it can be hard. Like, what do you put? Like, what if you don't have big words like this? You could do, on one of the circles, you could do an image, and maybe on the other circle do a greeting. So That way you have that in both the circles, and then you can do designer series paper in the other circles, or you can do all designer series paper except for one focal point, which would be like the lightest color, like a white circle stamped with an image that you color, or stamped with an image in colored ink. And then that would focus in, like if this was a designer series paper circle, this would look very nice too if this was an image or just a greeting. So you don't have to do two like I did, you could just do one. So if you want to use an image, just choose one of the circles to be that focal point layer. It really helps if it's a white layer that you're stamping on, because white is where the eye goes. So sometimes it's even tricky using a white card base, but in this case it works well because we're only using one other color. The love and the U still kind of, your eyes are drawn to them, and then the darker color kind of just recesses into the background and kind of pops those layers. So using a white and kind of paper that doesn't have too much white in it really helps, especially if you're a beginner. Make sure your focal point layer has a lot of white so your eye zooms in, and then things tend to look really good. A couple tips. So what do you think? I love both of these cards. I think they're almost equal in terms of favorites. You can let me know if you like the Summer Splash, the blue card, or the purple card, which is Petunia Pop. The one thing I like a little better with my Summer Splash card, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, is that I use 3 different sizes of circles. These 2 are smaller than these 2 here, and I think visually that adds a little bit to the card. I think that just the sizing looks a little better. In the original sketch, there were a few extra really smaller circles, which you could do. I could have just taken some Summer Splash, like dark cardstock, and added like a smaller circle down here. Let's have a look. So this was my smallest circle that I used right here. We could have added, I would have maybe gone all the way small, and you could have added like one more circle, like right up there. I think that would have looked okay. And you could have added another one, like just kind of tucked out. I would have put that right on the bottom layer there. You could have put, so if you wanted to add a few more circles, you could have gone that route, use a very small circle, and then just use just plain cardstock with no pattern on it at all, just to add a little dark pop on those corners. So just a couple things to play around with, but having less circles I think is a little bit easier. Just this is 6 circles in total. You could have done 5 as well. That would have worked out well. So give it a try. Even if this is not your pattern or your wheelhouse, give it a try and see what you think. See if you enjoy playing with circles, because you won't know until you try. All right, I hope you enjoyed that card. Last night when I looked at all those circles, I was like, what am I gonna do? I have to find like an image that works really well, or do I do words? So I did have to think a little bit, but then it came together fairly easily. So I hope you enjoyed all of that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. If you're on YouTube right now, you'll probably see like a little pink shirted me down in the bottom of one of the corners. If you click on that, that should take you to the place where you can subscribe. Then there's also a notification bell that you can click on, and that will allow you to set your notifications. Do you want to be notified when I go live? That is one of the options, so click on that if you would like. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you could give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, ask me a question. I would love to get an answer for you. So thank you so much for being here today. I'm gonna say hello to people who have joined me live this morning, and thank you again for being here. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Mary. We have two Marys here this morning. I love that. Mary from, I've got Mary from Indiana here. Mary, one of my team members, and Mary, I forget, you're from Ohio. So awesome. Two Marys. Good morning, Deborah from Virginia Beach. Hello, Birgit. I'm saying hello, Linda. Hello, Denise from Canada. Hello, Janine from Utah. She said she lived in Heidelberg in her high school years. How fun. I went to university for a year near Heidelberg in Mannheim, in the University of Mannheim. So not too far from Heidelberg. I know that area too. Hello, Adelheid from Germany. She says cool technique. Lori says she started doing second generation stamping, and she says it comes in handy. They call that different things, right, Lori? I heard it called stamping off once, right? Second generation sounds like, wow, we're like really cool. Like it sounds like somewhat much more elevated than the stamping off. So maybe I need to use that word too. Adelheid said, just imagine using hearts instead of circles for Valentine's Day or Mother's Day card. Yes, that would be awesome. Except I don't have a set of nesting hearts right now. We don't have that in our current arsenal. So I try and use current product, but yes, that would be really cool. Use what you have on hand. If you're a beginner, probably as a beginner, you will need a cutter. You need to be able to cut things. You need a cutter. That's probably one of the most basic supplies that that you can have. I believe our cutter is like $30 in the US, so it's not a super expensive tool to have, and so you can absolutely cut yourself squares. So even if you don't have a die cutting machine or any punches or anything like that, cut yourself squares instead. And if you don't want them to be all like squared, turn them so that they're going in different directions, and that will help you give you some visual interest. But I love your idea of hearts. Linda says, there's more than one Linda here too. Good morning from Happy Valley, Oregon. Now, that sounds like a great place to live, Happy Valley. Nelita said, hello. Did the designer series paper also get embossed? No, I did not emboss the designer series paper, but you can if you would like to. I just felt like it was in the background and it didn't need that. And also visually, to distinguish between the two, it's nice to have some different like textures, like not to have maybe all the same textures on everything. So just the circles got embossed, the word circles. So you could try it and see how it looks. It's always fun to try things and then kind of piece them together. That's why last night I was like, oh, I like all. I just did all the circles the same size as the love circle. And then as I was looking at it this morning, I said to myself, you know what? I think I like having some smaller circles as well. And I improved upon the card. So as you make the card, you might make some changes, little tweaks that might improve your card. And if I had gone a step further, I could have added smaller circles. You know, the third card would have looked yet again different. Maybe I try it again and I use a different color, like Pretty in Pink, or what's the other one? Shy Shamrock. Although I think the Shy Shamrock ink pad might be not available right now. So they all of the ink colors have been not available at some point. They were so popular, but they'll all come back in. We have them for 2 years, so they will be back. Mary says she loves this card. Tina says, very pretty cards. Thank you. Hi, Lydia. She says, love it. Still no caption button from me. Oh, I'm sorry, Lydia. I'm going to go check out if there, like, you think that there's a way to caption live. I'll go back and check my older video and see if it added captioning afterwards. I don't know if there is the ability to do the captioning live, so we'll have to see that. But thank you for the reminder. I'll go check into that. Nalita says, beautiful, making a couple for standby, just with just a note for emergencies. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, and so I ask which cards people like better. Amy liked Summer Splash. She likes the size of the circles, the different sizes. Mary likes both. Marty also likes the circle sizes on the Summer Splash card, but her heart belongs to Petunia Pop. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Brigitte says she loves both cards, but she likes the purple one a bit better. Awesome. Hello, Connie Bear. How are you? Haven't seen you in such a long time. Hope you're well. And Valerie says nice cards, and Kim says cute cards. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate you being here because it makes my video so much better, because I have a lot more energy when I'm seeing comments and things like that pop up. So thank you for being here. You make my day. Marty says she doesn't think you can caption live. Another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator tried to do it and couldn't. Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm gonna look into, I think what happens with the captioning is, and I've seen this before, that when my video goes live at first, it isn't captioned, and then about like somewhere over the next 24 hours, the captions are generated. So unfortunately, they're not live yet, but I'm hopeful, because we have all this new technology coming in with AI and stuff like that. So hopefully over time we'll get better, because I know it's very difficult for people that have hearing impairment, that have trouble hearing sometimes. They need those captions, so it's so important to have that. So I don't want to diminish that or downplay that. I just feel like, you know, sometimes the technology is not always there yet. All right, Nancy says, good morning, a bit late, but she'll see it from the beginning soon. Well, it's nice that you're here, even if you're late. Hi, Connie Bear. She says she's so happy to catch me live, and I hope to see you again soon. Me too. We are actually demonstrator friends, so that's so nice that she's on here. Can you pin a link at the top? I don't know what you mean. Oh, for the cute ribbon holder, please. Yes, I will, Tina. After I get off here, I'm gonna update the description of the video. So what you'll need to do, give me a few minutes, and I'm gonna go into YouTube. Oh, you know what? I might be able to put it on my screen. If you give me just a second. This is a little harder now because my eCam. Let me just pop it on here. Okay, I have my links in a folder. So if you just give me just a second. Okay. Let me grab this link. Yikes. Okay, I clicked on the link and it, all right. This one isn't an easy link. It's made by a fellow demonstrator. So let me see if I can get back over here. Toggle, toggle, toggle. Okay, so let me see if I can add text here. I can do this. Let's see. This is going to be teeny tiny. Let's see if I can make it. Let's see if I can make it this size, and then text color. Let's make it yellow. Let's add that. Let's see if I can make this bigger. So this is it. It is, I could have taken off the HTTP, but it's stampinglyyours.blogspot.com/P magic-bow-maker.html. I will also put it down below so it will make it a clickable link, but that is where I got my little bow maker. So I hope that helps you out. I have to figure out how to get that on there. Good morning, Marge. It's so nice that you're here. But she'll watch the replay. Good morning, Cindy, from Everett. I'm sorry we're right at the very end of the video, but you can watch the replay in a moment, and I appreciate that you came on here. And Tina says, thank you for the link. You are absolutely welcome. And I'm going to pop that into the description of the video so you can just click on it instead of having to like write all of that down. Okay, I'm going to put it away now. And I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. Remember, I go live Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have not picked my project yet. I usually don't have it picked because I don't want to make sure I use products that are currently available, and sometimes things go out of stock. So I look on Wednesday or Thursday when I'm designing and see what looks like a good candidate, and then I'll design something with that. I hope you all have a great week until then. Don't forget, July 31st, the end of the month is coming up. So if you still want to earn some coupons, do it before the end of the month. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.